This is our first full episode of the Breeze Report with Chris Alford. I'm Breeze and Chris Alford reporting live. It's not live, it's pre-recorded. So, we working it out. So today's lineup, we got the LeVeon Bell situation with the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's still trying to get that bread, but at least he coming back. Got the NBA offseason and NBA preseason coverage. And I'll give you my top 4 rookies to watch. We still got You Thought. And we'll be featuring our third new segment, This Way or That Way. In this segment, we'll be giving you a hypothetical scenario. I'm going to give you my view, and you can either agree with me or go another way and convince me why yours is the correct one. It's all hypothetical, though, so in the end, I'm probably right. LeVeon holds out. So this year, he made it seem, I guess, from the reports, his teammates expected him to be there week 1. So week 1 comes, LeVeon Bell doesn't report. So now things are coming in the media. Guys are, I guess, upset because they were making it seem like he gave them their word that he would be there week 1. He's not there. So guys came out publicly, guys like Ramon Foster, Marquise Pouncey, just giving their opinions on the situation, and that basically showed that there was going to be a lot of disconnect this year as far as the team goes. So we just got finished week, I believe, 4. 4 games are down. As we look at it right now, Pittsburgh won 1 win, 2 losses, 1 tie. And you can't help but think that LeVeon Bell would make a difference in the offense. Me being a fan of Pittsburgh, but knowing how life works, you just look at LeVeon Bell's situation, and the one thing that sticks out is running backs' shelf life. For LeVeon to get the certain amount of money he wants, he knows there's a certain window that he's going to be able to get that. There's only a certain amount of time he's going to be able to get that for running back. This being the situation, I can see how LeVeon knows that this is the key opportunity to get his money, and he wants to maximize his time because you got to get your money. Mostly none of the contracts are guaranteed, so guys are always taking a risk when they get out there. And if you look at all the medical injuries that can occur, these are 200, 300-pound guys going full speed collisions. It's definitely a dangerous sport. So any assurances you want to give yourself or securities you want to give for yourself, by all means, you should go for it, because in the sport you playing, there are no guarantees. So, I definitely hope they can work this out. Me being a fan, I hope LeVeon gets his money. If it's not with Pittsburgh, whoever wants to pay him, definitely pay him. Because at this point, we are where we are. It's just a nasty situation in Pittsburgh, and the fact that they're not winning, it just makes everything worse. So I hope when he comes back, just have a heart-to-heart with the team. Everybody gets everything off the chest. Hopefully there's still room to get him a contract, because he's still top 3, top 4 players in the NFL. As far as running backs, and could be in the league, because he can catch like a wide receiver, and he got all of the moves in the book. So, I hope we can get this worked out. If not, hope he goes to a team that's going to give him the money and that he can win with, just not in the AFC. I ain't trying to see that boy like that, man.
You thought.
You thought. You thought. Nah, what you thought?
You thought the Warriors was ruining the NBA. But my take is the Warriors gave you, all you GMs in the NBA, your strategy now. But at this point, what everybody should try to do in the NBA, if you are not the Spurs, if you are not the Rockets, if you are not Philadelphia, if you are not Boston, if you are not, I believe that's the only people. Oh, Toronto this year. If you are not Toronto, stack up your draft picks, get young players. So at this point, by the time free agency comes, you can swing to get an all-star caliber player. So I think the Warriors just gives you a definitive answer when you look at your roster 1 through 15. Their initial 5 guys are already better than yours. Already took out your starting 5. So now when you look down the line, you start to assess what you have. And if you don't have enough to beat them, this then shows you the framework of how you need to build the team. I think what Golden State did for the NBA was that gave people time. A lot of people don't realize you're not able to compete right now, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. There are 30 NBA teams. 25 of them know they're not going to beat the Warriors. So that gives them more time to assess how they can get better. That's more scouting time because you're not expected to beat the Warriors. We just don't expect it. I mean, you want your players to have that competitive edge, but the starting 5 can put up 80 points on you. So the other team just needs sprinkle in another 30, 40 maybe. And that's easy. So I think we got to stop with this idea that the Warriors are all bad, because even in them killing everybody, they gave you GMs more time. So y'all welcome. So now I'm going to give you my top 4 rookies to watch this year. And I think it's going to be an exciting season as far as rookies that's coming into the league. But these 4 I got my eye on. There's just something about Miles Bridges that catches my eye when he plays. He's got the dog in him. Lefty, can shoot, bounces stupid.
Devontae Graham quickly gets inside. Miles Bridges, how do you do?
And I think he's on a young team to where nobody on that roster should definitively keep him off the floor. He should always be able to find minutes at that 3, maybe 4 position.
Doncic for 3, and that looks sweet.
Coming off a EuroLeague MVP and championship, Luka Doncic. He's interesting just because of the fact that he's a guard, got good length. He's one of those well-established European players who you think just translates well to the NBA game. They're not comparing him to any young Steph Curry. They comparing him to the Steph now. And I know that's because of the shots he takes and range like that. One of the underrated things I didn't notice, he has a good wingspan, and he looks to be taller. You have some pieces around that should be able to help him, but I just know the spotlight as far as the Atlanta Hawks is already on that kid. So it's going to be a lot. So I'm just ready to see what he's got.
Knox catches, shoots, and rattles home with 3 points.
And finally, come on. I'm a Knicks fan, so you already know. Kevin Knox. What is he? About 6'8", 6'9". He's a rhythm player I could see from the preseason and summer league. He has all the tools. He has definitely a good jump shot, good size, good activity. KP being out, we got a distraction until he gets back because this kid looks like he could be something, man. So far for the preseason, I got a chance to watch a few games. Boston looks deadly. They 10 deep. So that's going to be crazy for a lot of teams. They kind of like the Eagles in the fact that they were so deep last year in a lot of positions that's how they were able to win the Super Bowl, because when somebody went down, somebody else was just there. They're pretty much 10 deep, so it's going to be a problem for a lot of teams. The camaraderie looks to be there. Melo started in Houston. I didn't see P.J. Tucker, though, but, for all the people that wanted Melo to come off the bench, nah, my guy, ain't happening. He looked really good so far. The rotations they were doing in Houston, They subbed actually Chris Paul first. I seen a lot of Harden with Melo as opposed to Chris Paul with Melo, hoping they could flip-flop that out and just look to put James Harden more with Eric Gordon and Gerald Green, those type of guys, and then put Chris Paul with Melo. If you watch the Philadelphia 76ers, J.J. Redick is not starting. Surprisingly, they starting Markelle Fultz, who looked like he tweaked his jump shot a whole lot this summer. Happy for the kid. I mean, he was under a lot of scrutiny for his jump shot, and surprisingly not playing in many of the playoff games. So glad to see good returns so far early. As far as the Lakers, I mean, we just don't know. Lonzo's going to be out for a while. LeBron, I mean, the energy, there's definitely a buzz in L.A., and that's what you want. That's one of those arenas that's just, you just want the allure in that arena. So the fact that there's a buzz back in L.A. is a good thing. As far as the team, we just don't know. It looks so far like Ingram's going to step his game up. As far as Kuzma, I just have a funny feeling that we're going to expect a little decline in production from him. Just a hunch. I mean, Kuzma's a baller. So we're gonna be watching the Lakers like we watched the Cavaliers for all those years, because they're gonna be on TV a lot. So we'll have a chance to really assess when that comes down the line. Now for the segment, this way or that way. So I'm just looking at this Jimmy Butler situation. One of the teams he said he wanted to go to was the Los Angeles Clippers. In my head, I really got to start to think about that team, because a certain person, it was rumored, wanted to go to L.A. Before he got traded to Toronto. That got me thinking. When I really looked at the landscape of the Los Angeles Clippers, if they were to add Jimmy Butler, could be just in free agency, and they were able to add Kawhi Leonard, this is one of the teams that I would think could easily be top 2 or 3 in the West. If you look at the Los Angeles Clippers possibly with Jimmy Butler, and if they sign Kawhi in the summer, you have the opportunity to put dogs on the defensive end on anybody. So you have Patrick Beverley, you have Avery Bradley, you have Kawhi Leonard, you have Jimmy Butler, and you have Gortat. I didn't even mention offensively, you still got Lou Williams under contract, and you got Tobias Harris, who's underrated, but he is 16, 17 points a game guaranteed. So there's just a lot of things you can do with that kind of team in the Western Conference. And I just like the defensive aspect, because a lot of people want to mimic the Warriors as far as play style. And they don't realize you have Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Kevin Durant. You are not mimicking their play style. But winning differently in the NBA, I know a lot of the games change as far as stretch 3, stretch 4, stretch 5s, but I think now is the perfect time to get your own style as far as how you want to win and get game in, game out, having a game plan that's not, we're going to space the floor and just get up a lot of threes. And I think that Clippers team could give a lot of people trouble with Avery Bradley and Patrick Beverley. Those are dogs. And then you add Jimmy Butler and Kawhi Leonard. I mean, at this point, you're looking down the court and you're seeing guys that are thriving on the defensive end, and they take pride in that side. So, you know, as soon as you get it on that side, it's not going to be easy. So I think that's going to be that could be a crazy combination. But a lot of people are telling me Jimmy Butler or Kawhi go to the Lakers, and that's a different story because you pair them with LeBron. You can convince me you can go that way, but I don't know. This is just where I'm at with it. So come on, man. Get on Instagram. Let me know. Let me know in the YouTube comments what you think. If you think the Clippers would be the best team for those two to pair up on. If you think the Lakers are a better fit, or if you have your own team, you think those two would get on and make a difference. First 5 people to comment the team scenarios will get GNG Fitness apparel. So just subscribe, keep watching episodes, and let me know what you guys think. Go this way or that way. So that's the show. I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to subscribe on YouTube. Breeze Report. Hope you guys enjoy. See you next time.